So today I thought I'd do a little bit of a this or that video. A lot of people like these kind of videos where I just kind of talk about everything underneath the sun that's kind of related either to the channel or to off-grid living or to me and Carolyn, whatever the case is. People seem to like them. They do pretty good, so I'm going to continue to do them as much as I can. So Carolyn and I went shopping today. We haven't been shopping in a month, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit, but you can see, you know, I feel like we get a lot of food for a very low price. I'm going to go through that in just a minute, but I wanted to cover a topic real quick that I know a lot of my viewers are having a concern about, that I'm quitting this channel. It's just not true. I'm not quitting the channel. The other day I gave you a notice that I was starting a new channel, the second channel. It's called Off-Grid News. And at the end of this video, I'm going to put a link to that channel over there. Appreciate it if you go check it out. This really isn't supposed to be a video advertising the other channel, but it does help. And it will all tie in here in a minute. But if you go over, check out that channel, watch the video, I'd really appreciate it. I would ask that if you like the channel, to go ahead and subscribe to it, because I've noticed that a lot of people are asking me, I can't find your channel, where's it at when I search for it. Channels don't become searchable until they get a certain number of views, until the algorithm realizes, oh, you're starting a channel, not just an account, because your account is a channel. It's just that you haven't uploaded any videos yet. YouTube's got to figure out that I'm uploading videos and people are watching them. So subscribe to it. That way, if you want to find it, you'll be able to go to your subscription feed and find it. Since I made that video, I have been trying to figure out what to do with this channel. Now, I said in that video, I'm not going to give up on this channel. The problem with this channel is I've been trying to figure out what's wrong with it and what to do to fix it. I've been watching all the YouTube experts. I've been talking to Tara over there on Living on a Dime to Grow Rich. She took a class on it, and she's been really trying to help me out with it. I've been trying to do a lot of things to fix this channel because it is in steady decline. And I know that makes all the trolls really happy. They've done everything they can to crush this channel, but trust me, it has nothing to do with the trolls. All these little tricks and tactics they think they're doing has no effect on it, because YouTube's already figured out that every channel has trolls. So it's just a waste of time for them. So I'm trying to figure out, do I want to become a one subject channel where I just talk about firewood, because YouTube really wants me to talk about firewood, or do I want to be a channel that just it's falling apart and talking about the off-grid lifestyle? Well, yesterday I decided I was going to take a break from YouTube. I've got 3 videos always in queue. So now I only have 2 videos in queue because I skipped one. So now I'm going to make 2 today and catch up a little bit. It'll be twice the editing. But this channel does take a lot of time, because whether I'm talking in a vlog or I'm doing something, it takes a lot of editing. I got to take all the ums and ifs and what ifs and ands and so's and you knows and all those words that YouTube hates. Well, since I've created the second channel, I've really become a lot more relaxed. I skipped yesterday's video, and I was really thinking about what I want to do with this. Well, this morning I watched a video from another YouTube expert. I watched him once, maybe a year ago, and he popped back up, and it was almost like divine powers is telling me, hey, this is what you're going to do with your channel, because he specifically talked about off-grid and homestead channels. When YouTube experts talk about a channel, they never get specific on what kind of channel, but he specifically talked about it. And he feels like these channels are going to grow in 2022. Well, I know he's wrong. That's not true. He's not right about it. But what he did do is gave me some confidence that it's okay. It's okay, this channel's going in the tubes. I can talk about off-grid the way I want to. Talk about pigs and chickens and gardening and all the things that nobody wants to watch or YouTube doesn't want to promote. It's okay. Just let it go in the tubes. Because I'll have a second channel that will pick up the slack. Even if both channels don't do well, if I can keep this channel at the level it's at and never grow again, and I can get the other channel to this level, then I will be making the same amount of money that I was making last year, which was really nice. I enjoyed that monetization level. It's raining, so I'm kind of glad I got a water resistant camera right now. Right now I got the microphone mod on my GoPro, so it's not completely waterproof. but at least it's water resistant. It won't die on me. It's of course the way it's going to be. I decided this is the day I'm going to make 2 videos, and it rains. I gotta get the groceries out. The new channel is already getting 1,000 views per video, whereas this one's only getting about 5,000 views per video, 5 or 6. So I mean, it's not actually that far behind. So I'm really looking forward to, over the next year, growing that channel. So the next subject I want to talk about is food. As you know, Carolyn and I have been really looking at a more homestead diet. We've been growing chickens, of course, getting eggs. We raised meat birds this last summer, and we've got like 300 cans of food that we've canned. Well, I've been really researching what makes a person unhealthy. As you know, Carolyn and I don't go to the doctor. But as we get older, obviously we need to start worrying about our health even more than what we've ever worried about it before. And I've really come to the conclusion that a high protein carnivorous diet is the way to go. We eat so much processed foods and carbohydrates. Everybody does. This is why America is so unhealthy. Now, I got the argument from somebody, well, our life expectancy is a lot better than it was 100 years ago. You need to consider going to the doctor so your life expectancy will stay up. Well, no, that's not the way it worked. Back in the day, all the forefathers of this country, they lived until their 70s. They grew old as long as they could get past childhood. Childhood is where a lot of people died back in those times. Childbirth was tough, and we also had more diseases back there that didn't have cures. Penicillin, I don't think, had been invented yet, so if you got an infection, that was pretty serious. But as far as healthy, people were very healthy back then. So they ate meat and vegetables. So if you're eating meat and vegetables, you're at least eating as good as the people who were very healthy 200 years ago. So no, doctors, in my opinion, aren't improving life expectancy. I think medical services have a little bit, you know, better birth rates. We're able to fight off childhood diseases better. So science, I guess, is the way to put it. I'm really looking forward to getting the pigs this coming summer. As you know, we're going to get 2 pigs. We're going to raise our chickens. We're going to get at least 14 eggs a day. So we're going to go to a very high protein diet. But in the meantime, we want to start shifting that direction now. I mean, we've got a stockpile of noodles, and noodles are very bad for you, I'm starting to learn. Breads and noodles are high in carbohydrates and sugars, very bad for you. So, of course, we got to get that out of our pantries, our stockpile. So we're going to continue to eat these things until they're gone, but we didn't buy any of that today. Instead, we'll make, you know, summer squash noodles instead of, what do you call those? Winter noodles? I don't know. Winter squash noodles. Spaghetti noodles? I don't know. One of the things that people complain about is the price of food. You just can't afford to eat that healthy. But here we have, I'm going to guess, 40 to 50 days worth of meat right here. And we went to Save-A-Lot. And this is where I think a lot of people fall down. Save-A-Lot has huge sales. So there's probably 2 days worth of meat, or a day and a half, however that works out. There's, I don't know, a pound and a half. Carolyn and I eat about a pound a day. And so the original price was $4.49, but it had a $1 off ticket. And so she got, I think, 20 packages of this $1 off meat. It was incredibly cheap. Now the thing is, we got to hurry up and get this frozen because it's going to expire. That's why they put it on sale. They want to get rid of it. Everything in the store was just outrageously priced. Everything, except that section of food. Now our chickens are giving about 4 eggs a day right now. Of course, we still got, what, 5 chickens that aren't producing yet. So this summer we'll be getting, like I said, 12 eggs a day, a dozen eggs a day. So $200, it was $209. I got the receipt in my pocket, $209 for 50 days worth of meals. So my goal is to get the pig, that'll be 300 pounds of meat. That's 300 days of food. So 2 pigs, it was almost a year's worth of food. Plus we'll have the chickens that we'll be butchering. That should get us well into a year's worth of food. Somebody asked the question about the water tank here. Under here I have a 250-gallon IBC tank. Talked about it a lot, and I know a lot of people get tired of me talking about it, but there's always questions about this thing. It's the wintertime thing that folks have so much trouble understanding. How am I keeping this warm? Well, I've explained that before, that I got ventilation coming in from inside the house and it runs into here, and I blow a fan into the tank here, and it keeps it about 50 to 60 degrees in here so far all winter. It hasn't dropped below 48 degrees. One day it got down into the low 20s. I think it was actually in the teens, and it got down to 48 degrees. So I do try to keep it closed up. I only fill it every other day. About 100 gallons of what I got to put into it. Now the water coming out of the well is very warm, so that warms everything back up. So the lower I can get it in 2 days, then I fill it back up, the hotter the tank is going to be. Keeps things warm. It's all insulated in there. But somebody said, why don't I put a flap door here so I don't let all the air out? And I could, you're right, I could do that. But the thing is I got my hoses. I'd have to redo all my hoses in order to do that. So I'm not going to do that this winter. But these hoses have filters on them. So in the winter time, I put these filters inside the box, and that keeps the filters warm too. That way I don't have to bring them in the house. Because last year we brought them in the house, and that just took up way too much room. I appreciate everybody that does support this channel. It's a big deal to me. I come into your home every day and you allow me to tell you about my life. If you'll go check out that other channel, subscribe to it if you are interested in watching it, so you don't lose the channel. There's a box right here on the screen. Just give that a click, go over there, watch the video, subscribe. And the more you watch, the faster I can get that channel monetized, so we can start earning money on that channel. I hope I can inspire you to enjoy your life so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.